Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, the Twitch Coder. So as the name suggests, I will be coding live on Twitch. So my channel link is in my YouTube bio or my YouTube banner. You can click that, or my channel link is https://twitch.tv/Bharat underscore not 7. Join me live there, guys. I'm planning this app development tutorial from scratch series. We are actually going to learn everything from scratch. So the first tutorial series will be in HTML, and the next one is CSS, and the next one is JavaScript. Then we will go to TypeScript. Then we will learn Node.js, how to develop backend using Node.js. Then we will learn Angular. Then we will learn React. Okay, so this is the floor plan for our development series. So yeah, let's get started. Wait. So this is going to be the roadmap for us. So first we're going to be learn HTML. We're going to learn HTML. Second is we're going to be learning CSS. Third one is we're going to learn JavaScript. And the fourth one is we're going to learn TypeScript, which is nothing but the it's like a superscript of JavaScript. So I will tell you when we go into TypeScript. And the fifth one is we're going to learn React.js, which is a front-end framework which is written using JavaScript. And the sixth one we're going to learn is Angular, which is a framework which is written in TypeScript. It is also a front-end framework. So these all comes under everything right here. It comes under the front end. And now the other thing is we're gonna also learn some backend frameworks. So the first framework that we're gonna learn is called Node.js and Express.js. So these two are JavaScript. This Express.js is a JavaScript framework. Node.js is a runtime engine for JavaScript. So we're gonna learn both. So this will be much easier for you because you already know JavaScript. So yeah. So we're also going to learn Spring Boot, which is a framework written in Java language. Before that, we're going to be learning Java basics. So I will be teaching you Java basics and Java oops before going into this, so that you will understand what is going on in Spring Boot. After that, we'll be learning Python basics. We're learning Python basics and Python oops. Yep, we'll be learning Python basics, Python oops, and third one is we'll be learning Django. Django is a framework. It is a web development framework which is written in Python. So this is the backend journey for us, and this is the front end journey for us. First, we will finish the front end, and then we will go into the backend. Then after all of that, we will develop a fully featured web applications. Okay. So yeah, this is the roadmap for us right now. So roadmap. Yep. So this is the roadmap for us. So yeah, I'm gonna close this. So please be consistent in joining, so that you will not miss any lives. So I'll be on live on alternate days. So today I'll be teaching HTML, and day after tomorrow I'll be teaching CSS, and the day after tomorrow I'll be teaching JavaScript. So in this week we will cover these three. So please be consistent, and all those videos will be uploaded in YouTube. So maybe watch that too. Okay. So in that case you will know what I'm doing. So yeah. Let's start. So what is web development? Okay. Web development is nothing but creating websites so that the people all around the world can see your information or your advertisements or something like that. If you have any business, you can create a website for that. If you like, there are social media websites, there are blogs, there are example Wikipedia, Quora, everything is a website, transferring data into the world wide web using websites. So we are going to develop a website. So how does a website work? So a website actually works in three parts. One is the front end, another one is the back end, and another one is the database. So the front end is the one that the user sees. For example, take this application right here, this Node.js website. So this is the front end. What we see, this is the front end. Okay. For now, when we click about, something is happening, and this data is coming, but we don't know what is happening and where is this data coming from. So that is the backend. Okay. So what will basically happen is, when there is a front end and the front end needs some data, so the data will be typically stored in the database. Okay. So the front end will not directly contact the database at any costs. It is wrong. You should not let the front end contact the database directly. So this front end will use backend as an intermediate to get the data from the database. So what will happen is, just imagine, take a restaurant for an example. Okay. So front end is the customer. Okay. So I am the customer, so I am the front end. I'm going to go into a restaurant and sit in a table. Okay. So the waiter comes in, right? So the waiter is the backend. I cannot go directly into the kitchen and get some food for me. That is wrong. They won't allow you, right? So this waiter, he will be the backend for me. So when I ask the waiter, so I want some dosa, or I want a pizza, or I want a burger. So what he'll do is, he'll go to the backend. Sorry, he'll go into the database. So the database is a kitchen. He'll go there. He'll fetch those dish for me, and he will give it to me. Okay. Thanks, Janani. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, Janani. Thank you. So yeah. So this is the thing. So this is how typical website works. So there is a concept called REST API for the front end and the back end to communicate. We will go on to that when we develop back end and front end. Now just know what is a website and how that works. Is there any doubt in this? Is it okay? Do you guys know what is a front end, and do you guys know what is a back end and what is a database and how it works? Is there any doubt? You can ask me right now. Clear? Yeah, nice. Yeah, so let's move on. Now, yep, yeah. Welcome, Arvind. Welcome, Da. So yeah. So next we are going into the front end. Okay. So we are going to learn front end first. So you guys know appearances are everything, right? So when a user comes to a website, the appearance should be good. It should be interactive. The user should feel, comfortable using a website. You should not feel like, no, I cannot use this, it's very hard. You should not feel that. You should be very comfortable using a website. So the front end is very important for any website to flourish. So learning front end development is very critical. So the heart of front end development is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and JS stands for JavaScript. So I'm going to tell what these three are. Okay. HTML is the skeleton of a web page. Okay. And CSS will decide how the web page looks, and JavaScript is the behavior of the web page. So in a real life example, consider a human body. Okay. Just consider a human body. So our skeleton, right, our bones, those are all HTML. Those comprise of HTML. And the muscle, the flesh, the skin color, everything, that is CSS. So only the skeleton, it cannot work. And putting CSS together, it makes us, it makes us seeable. It makes us good look. Look good in the eyes of others. Then, if these both combines just these both, we cannot walk, right? Because we are just still. So that walking, talking, or running, or anything that we do, that comprises of JavaScript. For example, this website right here just comprises of HTML and CSS. Now I click a button. This is an interaction between the user and the website. For this to work, you need JavaScript. So HTML is a skeleton, CSS is how that looks, and JavaScript is the behavior. Okay. Yeah, Soumya. Clear, right? Everything is clear, right? Thank you, Soumya. Yep. So yeah, now today we are going to learn HTML. So learning HTML is very important, guys, because HTML is the backbone of website development. So if you don't know HTML, you can't develop a website. So please listen carefully. So yeah, let's go into this. So yeah, so first I actually need to teach you guys something about the command prompt. So I'll be using the command prompt more. So if you're new to coding and if you're new to these stuffs, you most probably wouldn't have used the command prompt much. So yeah, so command prompt can be found here. Just type cmd in the start, so it will be here. Press enter. So the starting path will be this: C uses an admin. So there are several commands that you can use in the command prompt. I'm only going to teach you some commands that you will be using very very often. So yeah, first command is the cd command. Cd full form is change directory. Okay, so this cd, what will do is it will change the folder from admin to another folder. So if I'm gonna type cd desktop and press enter, it's gonna go to desktop. Okay, so I am directly in the desktop folder. So I'm here right now. Okay, I am here right now, so I can access all these files now. Okay, so there is a file here called projects, right? See right here. So a file here called projects. So let me go into the command prompt. Let me type cd again and let me type projects. Okay, and if I press enter, it will go into the projects. So now when I click on projects, you will see there are two folders, HTML and to do. So if I'm gonna press, if I'm gonna give a folder which is not existing there, cd Bharat is not inside project, so it will say the system cannot find the path specified. So you have to give the folder name correctly. So cd you have to give to do, or so to go back one step. So you are in to do, you have to go to projects. Just you say cd space dot. This dot specifies go one step backwards. You're telling the command to go one step backwards. Okay, if you press enter, it will go backwards. So again, if you do cd dot, it will go backwards again. Okay, so now let me go into projects. So if you know there is a name called projects, and if you type in pro and press tab, it'll actually auto complete it for you. So like if I'm gonna put pro and press tab, it'll auto complete for you. Okay, so yeah, I'm into projects, so I'm going into HTML folder. Now you don't know what is inside this HTML, right? So to know what is inside that HTML, there is a command called dir. This is called directory command. So if you're gonna press enter, it will show all the files which is inside the directory. So you can see there are two files, sample audio files and sample video files. Two files, so sample audio file and sample video file. Okay, so next command is, so two commands, cd is change directory and dir is to list all the files and directories inside a directory. Now there's another command called mkdir. So this mkdir, what it does is it actually creates a directory inside the current directory. Okay, this mkdir full form is make directory. So HTML, I am inside HTML, so you can see which folder I am inside using this. C this is the path of the folder. C uses admin desktop projects HTML. So you are inside the HTML folder right now. So if you want to create a folder called sample inside HTML, just go ahead and type mkdir sample. So now if you're gonna give dir, there is a folder called sample. Okay, so this is how we make a directory. Okay, so these are the simple commands we're gonna be using in the command prompt. Okay, mkdir, cd and dir. So I actually did this because you should not feel lost when I do this often. So that's why I actually explained this. So it's nothing much. There are many commands, so if you are interested, you can go Google about command prompt commands in Windows, or you can YouTube it. Okay, it's actually your wish, but yeah, I just did this because I don't want you to feel lost. Okay, so yeah, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this folder in Visual Studio Code. So okay, I'm going to give code dot. So this command specifies open this folder in Visual Studio Code. Actually, I have already opened this folder. Wait, let me see. Let me just see. Yeah, I've actually opened this folder right here. So yeah, so this folder contain. Let me delete the delete the sample folder. So yeah, let me delete it. Okay, delete. Yeah, move to recycle. Yeah. So yeah. So let's start the HTML. Let's start the HTML tutorial. So yeah, I've already told you what is HTML. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Okay, it actually tells the browser what to display in the website. Okay, so to create a HTML file in your folder or in anything, just right click, create a new file. Just name whatever you want. I'm going to name this file as index, and just give the extension. You know extensions, right? Every audio file has .mp3, and every video file has .mp4, and every text file has .txt and ppt.ppt. So like that, you have to extend this index file like index.html. So in this now when you go into the file, there is a file called index, and the Windows knows, I mean like the operating system knows this is a web file. So if you want to double click on this, it's going to open in the web, not anywhere. It's going to open in the web. Since the file is empty, nothing is displayed here. Okay, so if I'm gonna type something right here, hi or something like that, and go there and refresh this, it displays hi. Okay, you guys got it? So you have to do this extension, otherwise it won't work. So if I'm gonna rename this, like rename it and put just index, it's gonna be a index file. And now go here. Now it doesn't know what the extension is, it doesn't know where to open it. Okay, so don't forget the extension. Okay, so let me rename it again. So index.html. Yeah, okay. So the editor I'm using right now is Visual Studio Code. It's very useful, guys. So yeah, go ahead and maybe download that. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you the basic body of a HTML file, the basic structure of a HTML file. So I'm going to do this one. So don't worry, guys, I will explain this. This is actually an extension that I've downloaded in this Visual Studio Code. So yeah, this statement right here, this doctype HTML statement right here, you can type this. Okay, you can just type this, because I don't know whether it will come for you guys if you have just installed it. So if you want to download and install any extensions, just go to this extensions tab right here and type HTML or something. So yeah, it will be here, HTML CSS support, HTML snippets. Just install all of these. Okay, now I'm going to explain this to you. This doctype HTML, this should be there in every HTML file that you're gonna build. Okay, this statement should be there. This statement is very crucial. This statement, it tells the browser how to render the content. It tells the browser that this is an HTML file, so treat this as an HTML file. So if you're not gonna give this doctype.html, it's gonna render it correctly, but not all the time. Sometimes it's gonna collapse. So for safety purposes, you have to give this doctype HTML. Okay, next. So this language attribute specifies what language you are writing. So you can change the language if you want, but this attribute is not that important. You can give this attribute on. You can give this attribute, or you can omit that. Now this is the HTML tag. Everything that you write inside an HTML file should be inside this HTML tag. So yeah, so you should start an opening tag and close this tag. So there are tags in HTML. First I will explain what is a tag. So these are called tags, this HTML, which starts with an angle bracket. Anything that starts with an angle bracket, like tag, this is a tag. Okay, and every opening tag should have a closing tag. So the closing tag, nothing but the same thing, but you have to include this slash, this forward slash. Okay, and that tag name. Okay, so every tag should have a opening tag and closing tag right here. So HTML is opening tag here and it's closing right here. Body is opening here, body is closing right here. So head is opening here, it is closing right here. But there are some tags without closing tags. See, this meta tag has no closing tag. Okay, so there are some tags. I will get into it where there are no closing tags. Okay, so you guys got what is a tag? Yep. Yeah, so we'll continue. Okay, so now we will come to this head tag later. Okay, we will come to this head tag later. Now let's leave it as such. Now let's go into this body tag. So anything that you are giving in this body tag will be displayed in the browser. So this all the space right here. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, so all the space right here, from here to here, all the space in the website, all the spaces right here is inside the body right here. So if you're gonna give anything, sorry. So if you're gonna give anything inside the body right here, hi, it's gonna be displayed right here. Let me refresh it. It's gonna be displayed right here. Okay, so this whole body is this whole thing. Okay, this head tag, I will tell you what is head tag. For just now, let's leave it. So yeah, so I told you, right, there are different tags in HTML. So we are going to see each tags one by one. Okay, and we are going to categorize each tags. So the first tag that we are going to see is the header tags. Okay, every website needs a heading, right? For example, just see this heading right here. There's a logo and there's a heading right here, right? Downloads is the heading, you know. So, and people should know, like, if you're gonna give a heading like this, you know, just heading like this, and you're gonna go here and you're gonna refresh it, people won't know this is an heading because it's very small. Okay, you can't even see it. So HTML offers some tags. There are 6 tags to specify headings based on preferences. Okay, HTML gives you 6 tags. So I'm going to type it right here. So first header tag is called h1 tag. Just type h1, opening h1 tag and closing h1 tag. Actually, Visual Studio Code closes it for you, but if you are using any other editor like Notepad or something like that, you have to close it manually. For closing, you have to type open angle bracket, put this / and the tag name. Okay, so this is the h1 tag. So this is the highest preference header tag. So if I'm gonna put here heading 1 and I'm gonna save it, and I'm going to go here and I'm gonna refresh it. See, this is heading right now. You know, just putting this text inside this tag just transforms the heading like this. Okay, now there are 6 different tags. So let's see all those tags. So I'm gonna type it right here. So I'm gonna give h2, I'm gonna give heading 2 right here, I'm gonna give h3, I'm gonna give heading 3 right here, I'm gonna give h4, I'm gonna give heading 4 right here, I'm gonna give h5, and I'm gonna give heading 5 right here. Okay, and the last one, h6. So this is heading 6 right here. Okay, so let's go, let's refresh this. So these are all the different heading tags. So heading 1 is this, it's bold and this size. Heading 2 just smaller than heading 1. So heading 3 is smaller than heading 2. Heading 4 is smaller than heading 3. Heading 5 is smaller than heading 4. Heading 6 is smaller than heading 5. Okay, so likewise you have to display these headings in the web page. You don't have to necessarily use all those headings. Okay, just there are 6 headings. You have to use these headings accordingly to your, you know, to your wish. Okay, so for this website, this is the base heading and this is another heading. So this might be, this is my guess. Okay, this might be heading 2 and this might be heading 3. Okay, there are different heading tags, so you can use whatever heading tags you want. So is everything clear with the heading tags? Can I go to the next tag? Is there any doubt with the heading tag? Okay, let me go to the next one. Yeah, carry on. Soumya, do you have any doubts? You type no. Explain meta tag. I will come to that. Okay, I will come to that. Wait, I will come to that. Don't worry. I told you, right, this full heading tag, I will come to that. Okay, wait. So yeah, heading tag is clear, right? Hope you can continue. Okay, I'll continue. Okay, so this heading tag is so I will keep only the h1 there. Okay, so I will delete all of it. So and I will save it right here. So yeah, now the next tag we are going to see is this tag is called paragraph tag. Okay, this paragraph tag, you can type anything like this. Okay, you can type here hello world and it will be displayed in the website. Let me refresh it. It will be displayed in the website, but what you're doing right here is wrong, because everything that you do or every text, it is actually safe or it is actually good to put it inside a tag. So for that, HTML offers a tag called a paragraph tag, which you can put normal text in. Okay, so we can just put paragraph and we can say hello world. Okay, so you can refresh it here. So see, hello world, hello world. Okay, this is the thing with the paragraph tag. Okay, and it actually formats it, changes it to the default font style. I think this is Times New Roman. I don't know about this font, but you can see the difference, right? When I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna do this, it's gonna be like this. And when I'm gonna enclose it in a paragraph tag, so just cut it, paste it here. Shit, sorry. Just paste it here and go there, refresh it. So yeah, go there, refresh it. See, it is inside a paragraph tag. So this is the purpose of paragraph tag. Now you have to know one thing clearly. So if you're gonna put hello world like this, okay, and save it and go here and refresh it, it's not gonna change. It is not gonna format it like what you're gonna give here. So any spaces that you're gonna give, you can give how many spaces that you want. It's not gonna reflect here. Okay, you should understand that. For giving the spaces and everything, we will use style sheet. I told you, right? CSS is the thing, will actually tell the browser how the object should look or how the element should look. We will do all these using CSS, but this thing right here, it will not format it. The spaces will not format it. Okay, but you can use this tag instead of paragraph tag. You can use a tag called pre, and you can close this right here. Now you can, if you save this and go here, now it will be displayed like this. Okay, this pre tag tells the browser don't format anything, just display this as it is. Okay, so now you're gonna reduce the gap and go there and refresh it. See, it's gonna be typed like this. So you can use pre tag if you want to format it here itself, but it's not advisable. Okay, use online server. Why isn't this not good? This is okay, right? You guys can understand, right? Yeah, so you can use free tag to display these stuffs. Yeah, okay. So you can use this pre tag to actually display this using formatting. Okay, so that is about paragraph tags. Let me put a paragraph tag right here. So this is paragraph. Okay, now we are going to go to another tag. I told you, right, there are tags which you don't want any for reload issue. I'm saying that. That's okay. That's okay. I'll reload manually. That's okay. So yeah. Now we are going to go to another tag called break tag. Okay. So now this is a paragraph. When I save this and go there, I'm gonna reload. It shows this is a paragraph. Now I don't want the next line to be here. Okay. So I'm gonna put a dot here and I'm gonna type next line. But I don't want this next line to be here. Okay, I want this next line to come here. So for this I can use another tag called break tag. This break tag doesn't have a closing tag. You can just type just type Bihar right here. Okay, so it will break the line. So when I save this and when I go here, it's gonna bring it to the next line. Okay, so this BR tag does not have any closing tags, just this opening tag, and it will break anything that is here to the next line. It is called a line break. Okay, so this is called a break tag. So a break tag is commonly used within paragraphs tags to for like formatting the text, you know, to bring it to the next line. Okay, so this is about paragraph tags. So yeah, everything clear, right? If you guys have any doubts, you can stop me. Okay, you can just type it here in the text. Okay, so the next tag we are going to see is HTML formatting tags. Okay, HTML gives us many formatting tags to format text. We can also format text using CSS, that is cascading style sheet, but HTML also provides us with many tags we can use to format text. Okay, all these tags can be used within the paragraph tag or the heading tag or any tags. Okay, so I'm gonna go through them one by one. So the first tag is called the bold tag. Bold tag is just B. You can just press B and we can say I am bold. So any text inside this bold tag will be bold. I'm gonna go here. It says I am bold and it is bold. You can see the difference, right? It's not bold. This is bold. So this is called the bold tag. The next tag is strong tag. Strong and bold are the same. Okay, it's gonna make the text bold. So let me refresh. So it's gonna make the text bold. Okay, so it's I am bold. Okay, so we can give a break tag right here so that it will break this to the next line. So yeah, okay, it has come down. And the next tag we're gonna see is I tag. This I tag stands for italic. So I am italic, and we can put a break tag right here. So saving this, if I refresh, see it says I am italic. Okay, so this will actually display the text in italic. So next one is EM. So EM is called emphasized. This is also same as bold. You can use 3 tags to make the text bold. I think this tag will also underline the text, so we'll see. This is I am bold. So this is also I am important. These tags are used to specify something important in your website. Okay, so let me go here. Let me refresh this. Okay, sorry. Tag. So let me put a break right here. Go here, save this. So we can see this this actually displays the thing in italic, and these are all very important. Okay, because when we use this EM tag, when we use this strong tag, when we use this bold tag, these tags are used to emphasize something which is important or differentiate something from the other text. Okay, so the next one is small tag. So we're gonna go with small tag. So this will actually reduce the font of the text. You know, this is actually something, a note, you know, a note which you want to display in a small text or something like that. Just a note which people display. Okay, note we use cookies like that. Okay, so here I'm gonna put we use cookies. Okay, so this is gonna be displayed in small font. Let me put break so that it comes down. So see, we use cookies. It is in small font. Did I save? No, not save. So let me refresh. So we use cookies. Okay, this is small compared to all these texts. And the next tag is delete tag. This actually tells the I downloaded Visual Studio and HTML extensions, but I can't able to run code. Run code. Soumya, just create a file index.html. Okay, just open Visual Studio Code. Okay, just open Visual Studio Code. It will be like this. Click this, so it will be like this for you. There will be a welcome screen. I think close the welcome screen. Click this. Just click right here. Click new file and enter the file name index.html. I'm gonna give index1.html and click enter. Okay, it'll ask you where do you want to save the file. Save the file wherever you want. Okay, in the desktop or something like that, and you can just enter all these code and save this. Okay, and you can also run this using this itself. Just go to, just right click the file and give open preview. It'll open the preview here itself, or you can just go to your file where the file is and just double click the file. Okay, just double click the file, it will be open in the browser. Okay, is that clear? Just do this and tell me if it works. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna delete this file. So delete, yeah, delete. Nice. So yeah, so this delete tag actually tells the browser that something is deleted. Okay, it tells the browser that this text is deleted. So this one actually puts a strike on this text. You will see what it does. So I am deleted. So put a break tag right here. Save this. Yeah, got it. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So just refresh it. So see, it just puts a strike on the text. Okay, this is what delete does. And the next tag is insert ins. The next tag is ins tag. This actually tells that something is inserted into the text, so it actually underlines it. So I'm saying I am inserted. So let's put this. So let's do this. See, this one is underlined right below. Okay, and the next two tags, these tags you won't use it very often. This delete tag or insert tag or the small tag, you will use it very often, and this maybe this bold tag or something. So this two tags right here, you will use it often to display text. So yeah, the first tag is subscript tag. For example, I'm going to give here a paragraph tag, and I'm going to say O. I'm going to display the formula of oxygen. Okay, and then I'm going to give 2 right here. Okay, this is the formula of oxygen, O2. So if I'm going to go and refresh it, it just displayed this like this, but the 2 should be down, right? Because O2 should be down, right? So to display the 2 down, you can just give O subscript and give 2. So if you save this, go here, refresh, so the 2 will be displayed right now. Okay, so this is the subscript tag. So now you want to display something above O, you can say I'm going to display x square. So x, just change the sub tag into superscript tag. So save this, go here, refresh it, it's gonna display up. So this is x square. So these are all the formatting tags in HTML. So are all the formatting tags clear right now? So these are all the formatting tags. Okay, is there any doubts on these tags? Can I continue? Yeah, nice. Okay, so yeah, the next is we're going to see about the head tag. Now we are going to come to the head tag right here. So this head tag will not be displayed here, will not be displayed anywhere right here. Okay, no doubts, bro. Okay, yeah, so this head tag will not be displayed anywhere. Okay, this head tag is only for the browser to read, not for the user. So this head tag will tell the browser certain things. You know, it will tell the browser what is the title of the website. So if you can see right here, it will be displaying document right here. Okay, so this is the same document right here. So if I'm gonna change this HTML tutorial, when I refresh this, it's gonna say HTML tutorial here. Okay, this is the purpose of title tag. Now let's see link tag. Link. Okay, so we are going to write CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so those two files we will not write inside index.html. You can write, there are tags like script and style. I will go into it, but when you're going to write a file which is external to this HTML file, you have to link that file in this HTML file. So for that, this link tag is used. Just know there is a link tag. I will tell what is a link tag when we go to JavaScript and CSS. So when we link all those files to the to this HTML. Okay, so there is a link. So there is a tag called link tag, and all the tags in the heading tag except the title tag that does not have a closing tag. Okay, and the next tag inside the head tag is this style tag. This has a closing tag. So here you can write inline styles, you can write cascading style sheets right here, inline styles. And yep, now we go into meta tags. So the first meta tag right here, it actually specifies. So this meta tag, you know, what is this meta tag? Meta tag is is a tag which gives information to the browser, which gives information about our HTML file to the browser. I mean, what is the what is this HTML file about? What is this website about? Okay, then what is this website characters encoding? You know, this car set will actually tell what is a character encoding of this website. There are many encodings. Okay, encodings in sense the browser will actually encode this data before displaying. So what is the encoding of this? So it says it is UTF-8. Okay, then the next meta tag is viewport. You know, right, because we have like different devices right now. We have like different devices. So I am actually doing this in a laptop, you may actually view this in a phone or a tablet, and every screen is of different device. Okay, and right here this heading one, it is not very big, it is like normal in this screen, but if you're gonna view it in the same size in a phone, it will be very big. Okay, so that is wrong, because it should be responsive. It should actually reduce its size by itself when you're gonna view it in phone. So by specifying this right here, this meta viewport, it's gonna be responsive, at least somewhat. Okay, it's gonna be responsive. Next meta tag right here is, you're gonna give meta and you're gonna give name equal to description, and you can say content equal to this is a web tutorial. So this meta tag right here, it is actually describes this file. Okay, this meta tag description, when search engines, you know, when Google searches for a website, when you're gonna type like I want to learn HTML, it'll actually search this description tag, you know, in this file or in any file in the web. It'll actually search for this name description and it'll match your query with this description. So if it matches, it will gonna give you the search results. So for the search engine optimization, or for your website to be visible to others, you have to give this meta tag name description. And another meta tag is meta, not menu, meta name is keywords, and you can give content anything you want, like web comma or java comma, like this. Okay, so when people are gonna search web or java in the Google or in any search engine, it'll consider this website for showing them. Okay, so these are all the meta tags. Okay, so is the meta tags clear right now? So is the full heading tag clear? Can I go to the next part? Yeah, okay, nice. So the next thing we are going to, yeah bro, yes. Is there any limits for the number of keywords? No, there are no limits for the number of keywords. You can give any number of keywords you want, because you know, when people search for something, you want a website to be on top of others, right? So you have to be very specific on giving these things. There is something called search engine optimization, you know, that's very important, because no matter when you develop a website, you have to know how to produce it in front of the users. So these meta tags are very important. This description, this keywords, these meta tags are very important. Okay, so yeah, there is no limit for all those keywords. So so the next thing we're going to do is, we're actually going into HTML quotations. Okay, there are two quotation tags in HTML, so we're gonna see that. So let me just type something like there's a tag called block quote, and let me just copy something, copy this right here. Oh yeah, paste this, and let me indent this. Okay, now when I save this and go to the browser, do this, you can see it is indented, right? Because these are all right here. These are all right here, but this tag alone is indented. Okay, so this block code right here, what it will do is it is used for saying that these things are quoted from another website or another book. Okay, so that it is going to be indented. So if I'm gonna give something right here, I'm gonna give a p tag. This is quoted from another book or something. Okay, so let me save this, let me refresh it. It's gonna say this is quoted from book or something, and it's gonna be indented. Okay, this is the use of this block quote tag. Okay, so the next quotation tag is q tag. This quotation tag actually put quotation marks enclosing this text that you're giving right here. So I'm gonna say I am the sun. So when I save it, go here, so it's gonna say I am the sun with quotation marks. You can see the quotation marks, right? Yeah, so it's gonna give quotation marks right up. Okay, these are the two quotation tags that that is in the HTML. Okay, so the next tag is the abbreviation tag. Okay, you guys know what is abbreviations, right? Like WHO. This is the abbreviation of World Health Organization, right? You guys know this, right? So yeah, now what this abbreviation tag does is, let's give ABBR right here. So we have to give a title for this. Okay, this title is the abbreviated word of that abbreviation. Okay, so if I'm gonna give WHO, and I should give here World Health Organization. Okay, so let me put it inside a p tag. Okay, let me put it inside a p tag. So wait, here let me close the p tag right here. So yeah, now this is the title, and now I will give WHO right here. WHO is a very big organization. Now when I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna go here and refresh it, it's gonna say WHO is a very big organization, but see, it's gonna underline this, and when I put my arrow next to it, it's gonna say World Health Organization right below that. Okay, okay, so this is the use of the abbreviation tag. So so if you don't give any title here, so if I remove this title, save it, I'm gonna refresh this, it's not gonna give anything when I hover. So please always remember to give a title for this abbreviation tag so that it knows what is this abbreviation. So now when I hover over this, it's gonna say World Health Organization. Okay, so this is the abbreviation tag. So the next tag is the address tag. So these are all semantic tags. These tags doesn't do anything special. These tags just tell the coder that is going to read this web page, like okay, people are going to enter address in these tags. Okay, so if I'm gonna say I am living in Chennai, save it, go there, refresh, it's gonna say I'm living in Chennai, but the thing is, it is actually displayed in italic. This address tag, everything inside this address tag will be displayed in italics. Okay, so this is the purpose of this address tag. So the next one is the site tag. Okay, so what this tag does is, this tag is actually used to display something very unique or something, for example, a poem. Okay, a poem written by others. For example, a movie. Let's see, the Inception. This actually displayed in italics. Okay, the Inception is directed directed by Christopher Nolan. So when I save this, go here, when I refresh this, you can see the inception is in italics. It's directed by Christopher Nolan. So it is a citing. Okay, cite means a unique thing, a poem or a movie. Always remember, a person's name is not a citing. You can give, but the thing is, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. So this tag, I don't know where you guys will use it, but just know there is a tag called video. Okay, there's a tag called video. This will actually display the text from right to left. So if I'm gonna write anything right here, I am dumb or something. Save this, go here. Sorry, let's put a break tag right here. Put a break tag right here, and give it. Sorry, we have to give the direction. So give direction. Give R. It's gonna come down. Yeah, you have to give right to left RTL. Yeah. So if I'm gonna refresh this, it's gonna say something because it's from right to left. Okay. If you're gonna just give video, it's gonna say I am done. If you're gonna give RTL right here, it's gonna say BMUDMAI, something like that. Okay. So yeah, these are all the formatting tags, or the semantic tags that we use in HTML. So are these tags clear? Are there any doubts in these tags? Are these tags clear? Can we go further? Or are there any doubts? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Clear. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nice. So yeah, we are going further right now. So yeah. So now we're going to look a comment. Okay. Now, when you're developing a small website, there are no need for comments. But when you're going to develop a large website using 800 lines of code, or 900 lines of code, or 1000 lines of code, you won't be working alone, right? You will be working with a team, and that you will be writing one code and your team member will be writing another code. So you're going to be sharing your code. So when you share, you should be able to read the other one's code, and your friend should be able to read your code. For that, comments are very necessary. Okay, to write a comment in HTML, you just have to put opening tag, put exclamation mark, put to this, and write this is a comment. Okay, and just write everything right here and everything inside this. P tag, I'll say this is here. So when I save this, go here, refresh this, it's gonna say this is here, but it won't say this is a comment. Okay, now if you're gonna give a p tag right here, just close this p tag, save this, go here, do this, it's not gonna get displayed because these are all called comments. Okay, so so for what will comments be useful? Okay, these comments will be ignored by the browser because these are not for the browser to read, these are for the users to read. Okay, the browser will ignore these comments and it will go to the next slide. So now I'm gonna develop some content right here. I'm gonna say this is a content about a hotel. Okay, so I can give a comment here like this: hotels content. Okay, and do some HTML codings right here. Okay, do some h1 tags or paragraph tags right here. So when I'm gonna say to my friend, hey, look onto that hotels content comment, so he can come here and he can see this hotel content, so he'll know, okay, this is the hotel content. Okay, this is the use of comments. Okay, let me remove this. Let me remove this. Okay, so in Visual Studio Code, actually, if you want to comment anything, okay, just select all those that you want to comment and click Control plus K plus C. It'll actually comment everything for you. Okay, And if you want to uncomment this, just click Control K and U. It's gonna uncomment it for you. Okay. So these are called comments. So let's move on to the next. Save this. So next we are going to go to an important tag called anchor tag. Okay. Let's go to this anchor tag. Now anchor tag is nothing but a tag. Okay, a tag with an href attribute. Anything that you give here, like this dir or this href, okay, these are called, or this title, these are called attributes. Okay, this video is called a tag, but inside this we're giving dir and href and title, right? These are called attributes. Okay, so what this anchor tag does, it's going to give a link to a external website or to an internal element. Okay, so we can either give to an external website or to an external file. Okay, for example, if you're gonna say here, right here, if I'm gonna say in this href https://www.google.com, okay, and I'm gonna say click here to go to Google. Okay, so if I'm gonna say this, so I'm gonna save this and if I'm gonna refresh it, okay, this actually formats the text. Okay, it is actually in blue color because we have not yet visited it, and it actually underlines it. Okay, now when I click this, it'll actually go to Google. Okay, this is good, right? Because when we click this, it'll actually go to Google. So we can go back. Now when we go this, now always remember, when you're going to display another site or another web page in your website, you always have to redirect them to a new tab, because you don't want, now when I go to Google, I might even forget to come back to my web page. Okay, that is bad design, because you want users to be inside your web page. Okay, so for that, what you have to do is you can give an attribute here called target. You can say here blank. So what this will do is it will actually display it in a new web page. I mean, like in a new tab. So I'm going to refresh this and I'm going to say click here to go to Google. It's going to go inside the new tab. So my website is going to be here, but it's going to go into a new tab. Okay, so this is the href to a website. Okay, now let me create a new file here called sample.html, another HTML file. Now let me give this HTML5 boilerplate right here. This title is sample, and now when I go into the body tag, I'm going to give h1. This is sample. Okay, now I'm going to save this. Now I'm going to go here, put another a tag right here, and in this href I'm going to give sample.html, and this is going to say click here to go to sample. Okay, now if I'm going to go there, refresh it, there's going to be another link right here, because since it is visited, we have already visited it, right? So since it is visited, it's going to display it in this color. We have not visited it yet, so when we click this, it's going to go to, this is sample, because that's what right here, right? That is what right here. So now I'm going to change this or something to sample. I am true. So go there, go back. Now see, the color has changed because we have already visited it. So the color has changed. So when I click this again, this is sample, I am true. So this is actually going to this website. So this anchor tag can be used to go to an external website or here, or you can also use this a tag to go to these elements. Okay, for example, if these elements, but now I can't do that because here we are not scrolling, but for example, we can go to website. Now I'm going to a website called angular.io. Okay, now let me go to docs or something like that. Now it is a very big website. Okay, so when I want to go to feedback right here, so this feedback will have an ID called feedback. Okay, so now in this anchor tag, when I give Now in this anchor tag href, when I give those id, it will actually redirect me to that element. Okay, I will show that afterwards, don't worry. So but you won't use that very often. These two things you will use it very often. Okay, these two things are very important because anchor tag is really important. Okay, and don't remember to give this target blank so that it will always display in a different web. Okay, sorry, it will always display in a new tab. So go here, go to this HTML. Let me close all this. Okay, go here, refresh this, and click here to go to sample. It's going to be displayed in a different page. Okay, is the anchor tag clear? Anchor tag is very important, so if you guys have any doubts, you can ask me. Yeah, okay, yep, clear. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, okay, so this is the anchor tag. So the next one is, just imagine a website without images. Okay, it's going to be very awful. See this website, it is not even beautiful. But if you go here, these are all images, right? This Windows installer, this thing right here, Mac OS, source code, these are all images. When we go to home, these are all, you know, this thing, this is the image, this is the image. So we should know how to insert an image inside a inside our HTML file. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download a sample image. So sample, I'm gonna just say images right here, go to images, just maybe download this one. Yeah, just download this one, save images, go to desktop, go to projects, go to HTML and save it right here. So yeah, we do that. Okay, now when I go here, there is an image called photo something. I'm gonna rename it, so let's rename sample. Okay, now there is a tag called image tag. Okay, now this image tag doesn't have a closing tag. Remember, image tag does not have a closing tag. You should not close an image tag like this. You should not close an image tag like this. Sorry, like this. Okay, image tag does not have any closing tag. It's like the break tag. Okay, so now there is two attributes for this. There is attribute called src, this attribute called alt. So I will tell you what these two attribute does. So the first attribute, real meaning of attribute, is it a value or we are telling to the browser what is it? So the attribute is something which is actually unique to a tag. Okay, hey Shanku, hey man. Yeah, so the real meaning of an attribute, okay, it is actually telling something to the browser. Yeah, this is actually telling, this href attribute is actually telling to the browser to display this website when we click on this link. Okay, so that is what attribute is. So this src attribute, what it will be doing is, this will actually tell the browser display this image on this image tag. So this src is nothing but the path of the image that we want to display. Nice stream. Here's a guy. Hi man, come to the stream. Hello. Thank you man, thank you. Yeah, I'm just teaching HTML right here. This is an HTML tutorial. Is Zay here too? Thank you Zay, thank you for the follow. Is Xavier here too? Nice. Yeah guys, so yeah, so this src tag, what it does is, this is actually gonna tell the browser what image to be displayed here. So in this src tag, I can give the path of the image. So the image is sample.jpg. So here I'm gonna give sample.jpg. Okay, now I will tell you about this alt tag. Wait, so for now let's keep this empty. So when we save this, go here, let me close this downloads, go here, and when we refresh this, when we go down, you can see the image displayed here. Okay, this whole image displayed here. But always remember, there are two attributes here too in this image tag too. There is an attribute called width and there is an attribute called height. so you can resize the image to your needs. He's a guy. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, so you can actually give the width and height. It is gonna be in pixels. Okay, pixels is a measurement in website. There are many measurements. I will tell that to you, don't worry. So width is gonna be 200 and height is also gonna be 200 pixels. Now when I save this, go back here, refresh this, see, now the image is small. So you can give any amount of height or width that you want. If I give 500 width, it's gonna increase in width. So if I'm gonna reload this, see, it's gonna increase in width. Okay, so now what this all does, okay, now when I'm gonna change this name, sample 33 does not exist. Okay, there is no image called sample 33 here. So when I'm gonna save this, I'm gonna refresh it, it's gonna say this thing. Okay, because there is no image right there, right? Now when I'm gonna give alternate as it is an image, save this, go here, refresh it, it's gonna say it is an image. Instead of displaying that whole, you know, that div thing, I mean like that whole 500 into 200 thingy, it's gonna say it is an image. So this is the purpose of the alt tag. It is always good to give this alt tag because your server might be slow or the user's net might be slow, so the images won't load. Okay, because you need good internet connection or good server speed for the images to load. So it is always good to give this alt tag so that if the image doesn't load, user will see this alt tag. Now let me change this, and now if I go here, refresh, the alt tag will not be displayed and this image will be displayed here. Okay, let me put a break tag right here so that the image comes down. Let me refresh it so the image comes down. Okay, so yeah, so this is the image tag. Do you guys have any doubt in image tag? Is it clear? Can I go forward? Yeah, okay. Yeah, now I actually forgot to tell you something about a tag. There is another a tag actually. Yeah, there's another a tag actually. This a tag you can give this href as mail to, mail to, and colon, you can give the mail that you want to mail. Okay, you can say msbharat7@gmail.com, any mail that you want, and you can say click here to mail. Okay, so if you're gonna save this, okay, go here, refresh this, it's gonna say click here to mail. When you click this, it's going to open the default mail, you know, the default mail that is in your phone or that is in your system. It's gonna open that. Okay, so it's gonna open that and it's gonna pre-populate. So I need to add account here, so no issues. It's gonna pre-populate the to ID itself. So you just have to populate the from ID and the disk and the body of the email. Okay, so this is the a tag to mail. Okay, so let me put a break tag right here. So yeah, so let's go to the next tag. We have a tag called picture. Okay, so what this picture tag does, it I already told you there are different screen width, right? So if I'm gonna just you know, do this screen into small, you can see these text are adjusting itself. This is because I have given this meta tag right here. Okay, that's why these are adjusting itself. So if I'm going to do this, but the thing is, when you're in a very large screen, okay, you will display one image which is very large. Okay, but when you're in a very small screen, you don't need that large image. You can just reduce the image into a small size and you can display that. Okay, so you might have 3 images to display in large screens, medium screens, and small screens. To tell the browser to display those things, you can say, you can go to here, you can say picture, and there is another tag which will be used inside picture, that is source tag. the source tag does not have a closing tag. In the source, you can use an attribute called src set. This is actually same attribute as src. You can give an image called sample.jpg here. So this right here, you can give an attribute called media. So what this media will does is, this will tell the browser the minimum width of this, like when this image should be displayed. You can say, like, you can put a thing right here. You can say min, okay, let me spell it right. You can say min width, and you can give any pixels that you want. You can say min width is 650 pixels. Okay, so it's gonna display when the minimum width is 650 pixels. Okay, and 650 pixels and higher. So when I'm gonna copy this and paste it here, and if I'm gonna say 400 pixels, sorry, 450 or 400 pixels, this image will be displayed when it's 400 pixels and higher. Let me download another picture again, so that you guys can see this. So let me download this, save image as sample 2. I save this. So yeah, when I go here, there's an image called sample 2. You can give sample 2 right here. So when I save this, okay, I can save this and I can go to a website. Let me close this. Okay, let me put it I refresh it. Okay, now and I'm gonna do this. One second. One second, guys. I'll be right back. One second. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. So yeah, you have to give a source, and the SR set is the image. Okay. So let me comment this so you won't have any confusion. So Control K, comment. So let me save that. Go here, refresh. There won't be any images right here. So I can maybe copy this thing right here, and I can put it here. Okay. So I can uncomment this. So what it will do is, it will check this min width and display this image. It will check this min width and display this image. Okay. If nothing matches, if there is no this image, or if there is no this image, then this sample image will be displayed. Okay. So I go here, refresh it. So this is it. So the sample image is displayed. So like do this. Let me open console so that I can see the width. So it's 1000, 1003. Let's go to 650 to 666. Yeah, min width is 658. Yeah, so min width is 650, and the sample JPG image is displayed because it is the same image. Okay, the sample is the same image. Now when I go to 450, can I go to 450? No, I can't go to 450. So let me increase this. Let this be 850, I'll let this be 600. Okay, so when I save this, when I refresh this, so when I go to 600, okay, let me check. Sample2.jpg right here. So yeah, guys, wait. If 500, so 600, 650. So if I'm gonna say 700, something like that. Yeah, the min width is 850. So let me give 700 right here. So it's not changing. Okay, I'll look into it. But the thing is, this picture tag is used for that only, you know. So if you're gonna give different sources inside this picture, it's gonna if you're gonna give media inside it, it's gonna see the min width of the screen, and it's gonna display the picture. Okay, so if I'm not gonna give this media right here, I'm gonna delete this media. Okay, now it's gonna search for sample. If sample is present, it's gonna display the sample. Then it's gonna search for sample and it will close. But if the sample is not present, it's gonna search for sample 2. If it is present, it's gonna display, or if both is not present, it's gonna display this image. Okay, so let me save that, go refresh. It's gonna display the sample because sample is present right here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, guys, is the picture tag clear for you guys? I will see why is it not changing and get back to you, don't worry. But is the syntax is clear? Picture, source, SRCZ, is that clear? Can I move on? Hello? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Nice. So the next tag right here is very important. Okay, so the next tag that we're going to see is very important. The next tag is called table tag. Okay, let me delete some of this so that you guys can see. Okay, let me delete all of this. So let me delete this. It's one block out p tag. Let me delete everything. So let me delete everything. Let me just put a heading tag right here, h1 tag. It's gonna say tables. Okay, so let me refresh this. Yeah, tables. You guys know what is a table, right? Because tables are used everywhere to display data. Okay, tables are used everywhere to display data. So if you guys want to display data, tables are very important. Okay, so for displaying a table in a website, there is a tag called table. It has an opening tag and a closing tag. Okay, so there are two things in tables. Okay, one is rows, another one is columns. Okay, so and there are two tags which can be used inside a table tag. So the first tag is t head, that is table header. So when I'm gonna give t head, this is gonna say that this is the heading column of the table. I mean, like heading row of the table. So to represent a row in a table tag, we have to use the tr tag. So this is one row inside the table. So to represent one column inside the table, we have to use th for the heading of the column. Okay, so if I'm gonna give s number, okay, I'm gonna have 3 columns for this: serial number, name, and this one is be hobby. Okay, so this thing right here, this is going to be displayed in the heading, because this is the header. We are saying the table, that is the header. So this is the row, this is the first header row, and we are saying these are the headings. So next we can go here, we can say t body. So this is going to be the table of the tag. So I mean, like, sorry, the body of the table, you know. So here the first row will be the data, you know. So the first row for the data, you have to use t data, that is td. So the first SL number is 1. Okay. So the next td is, name is Bharat. td is, next one is hobby is going out. Now if I'm gonna save this, go here, refresh it, you can see SL number, name, hobby. Okay, this is how table is displayed. To actually stretch the table, to actually give a border to the table, you can say border. There is a property called border inside table. You can give 1 or 2, it's like your wish. So you can refresh this and it's gonna be bordered out. Okay, so the table is gonna be bordered out. You can actually style this table using CSS, and we will go into that when we are actually using CSS. Okay, so this is the border of the table, and you can give the width of the table. You can say style. So this is called, we are using style inside the tag, so this is called inline css. Okay, so we can use style here or style here. Okay, so I can say here width is 100%. So when I save this, we refresh it, it's gonna stretch out. Okay, it's gonna stretch out. So if you're gonna say with this 50%, sorry, not 500, 50%, and if you're gonna refresh this, it's gonna come here. Okay, so this is called CSS. Okay, this is right here, it's called a CSS property. This width, we will go into CSS day after tomorrow. Okay, but this width property can be used to stretch the table. Okay, so if you want to add another row, nothing, just put a tr tag again and just put a td tag. You can say 2. Let me just copy this. Okay, here, come here, you can say this, you can say John is hobby is also going out. Now refresh this, it's gonna say to John going out. Okay, now there are some cases. Okay, there are some cases you want to have 2 rows in one heading. Okay, there are some cases you want to have 2 rows in one heading. So for that, you can use a attribute called call span. Sorry, 2 columns in one heading. So for that, you can use a attribute called call span. Okay, for example, I will show it to you. So you're using th. Okay, and this is called phone numbers. So people can have 2 phone numbers, right? So I'm gonna give phone numbers. Okay, now if I'm gonna say here, stretch this column to 2, and if I save this, go here, refresh it, you can say phone numbers, but the column is 2 columns right here. Okay, now I can give 2 values to this column. So now when I'm gonna go here, put td, put some number here, and copy it, and put it again, and here put it again. Now if I go there, now if I refresh, see, it's gonna say phone numbers, and under that it's gonna say 2 here. Okay, and there is people also display data like this. You know what people actually do is, let's put another tag, table tag right here. So we can give for this, maybe you can give it t head. You can also eliminate this t head and t body if you guys want. There is no compulsion that you have to use t head and t body. For some for some readability, I am using this. You can use, or you can omit it. For this, I'm going to omit it. So I'm gonna say the first row is right here, and I'm gonna say th is serial number. Okay, see, it's a serial number, and I'm gonna say, sorry, yeah, I'm gonna say td is 1. Okay, so this, what it's gonna do is, let's refresh, it's gonna say serial number is 1. It's gonna display the table like this, so the columns will be in this order, it will be in a vertical order, and the data will be in the horizontal order. Okay, this is the inverse of that. Okay, now if I'm gonna give border 2, and if I'm gonna add another row right here, and say name is Bharat. Save this. It's gonna say SN number is 1, name is Bharat. Okay. Now, when you want something to take 2 rows, like that phone number, you can say TR. Okay. You can say TH. You can say row span because this is row 2, and you can say phone number, and now you can give 2 data for this. Copy this, paste here, paste here. Now if I go there, if I refresh, you can see phone number. Sorry. I'm sorry, this row span should not be here because it should be like 2. So yeah. So this th we have to give row span of what is this row span of, yeah, row span of 2. We're gonna save this, go there, press it, it's gonna be 1 row. And now you can give the first row data here, you can give copy first row data here, and the next row data you can put tr right here and give it right here. Okay, now if you're gonna save this, go here, refresh it, see it's gonna say phone number, and all those two data will be displayed here. Okay, so this is the let me give a width for this too, style width 50%. Okay, now if I refresh it, it's gonna say like this. Okay, so is the table tag clear? Do you guys have any doubt in table tag? This tag is important. If you guys have any doubt, you can ask me. Is the table tag clear? Yeah, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, let me continue. So yeah, so the next tag is the lists tag. Okay, let me teach shifting in it. Yeah, that I will go in CSS because we have a, like, in CSS we can use it with call spacing and all. So yeah, we can use it with padding and stuff like that. So yeah, I will teach that using CSS, don't worry. This is the basic table that you guys have to know. Okay, like when we are going to use frameworks like, you know, Angular or React or something like that, we will be using these tables but in a different way. Okay, but you should know how these tables work. Okay, that's the main thing. Okay, just know how these tables work. We can give padding to this data too, like right here, this thing, you know, this text right here, you can give padding to these things. Like if I'm gonna say here width, and if I'm gonna say padding, if I'm gonna say like 2 pixels, if I'm gonna go and refresh it, it's gonna increase the table padding. Okay, it's gonna increase the padding. If I'm gonna say like 10 pixels or something like that, it's gonna increase all this thing, this border. But if you want to increase this row padding right here, you can say style padding, you can say 10 pixels. You go here, refresh it, sorry, not here. Yeah, this one, share it, it's gonna say like this. Okay, so these things and all we will learn in CSS. Okay, don't worry. So let me delete these things. Okay, so yeah, let me refresh it. Yep. So yeah, let me delete this. We delete all of these. We go here, delete all of these. Okay, now we are going to learn about lists. Okay, so a list is something which you want to use to display a list of data. There are three types of lists in HTML. One is unordered list, ordered list, and a descriptive list. Okay, so first we will see unordered list. So unordered list is a UL tag. So this UL tag represents unordered list. Okay, and this UL tag, inside this UL tag you have to use another tag called li, which is called list item. Okay, so this list item will have the data. So this UL tag, let me display a tag of numbers, or sorry, let me display a list of groceries. Okay, I'm gonna say milk. I'm gonna copy this, paste. I'm gonna say chocolate. I'm gonna say cookies. I'm gonna say, okay, now if I go there, refresh it, see, it's going to display it like this with this bulleted marks. Okay, so this is the purpose of list. Okay, this is the unordered list. Now there is another list called ordered list. So if I copy all of this, okay, let's not copy, let me type. So ordered list starts with OL. Okay, OL represents ordered list. The difference between unordered list and ordered list is unordered list will have bulleted marks. Okay, but this ordered list will have numbers instead of bulleted marks. Okay, now if I copy this and if I paste it right here, save this, refresh it, it's gonna say milk, chocolate, cookies, but it's gonna be numbers. Okay, we can change this, we can change this bullets. Okay, for that we can say so for actually changing this bullets we can say style. This also actually a CSS style. You can say style list style type and say disk. Okay, so this disk is bullets. Okay, so if I'm gonna refresh this, it's gonna show the same, but if I'm gonna change this, if I'm gonna say circle, okay, then refresh this, see, it has changed, it is a circle right now. Okay, and if I'm gonna say square, I can say square too, say square, it's gonna change into a square. And if I'm gonna say none, there won't be any bullet points. Okay, there is no bullet points right here. Okay, so this is let me change it to circle. Okay, yeah, circle. Okay, so likewise we can change this. So we can also change this one also. Okay, right here, this 1 2 3 4, we can change this one also. We can change this into alphabets or Roman letters. Okay, so to do that you can give an attribute here called type. Okay, if you're gonna say 1, it's gonna be displayed in lists. Okay, 1 2 3 4. But if I'm gonna say a, small a, and go here, refresh it, it's gonna change into A B C D. Okay, now if I'm gonna say capital A right here, capital A, go there, refresh, it's gonna change it to capital A B C D. If I'm gonna say capital I, it's gonna change into big Roman letters. See, 1 2 3 and 4, these are all Roman letters. If I'm gonna say small I, it's gonna change into small Roman letters. Okay, I can also give it's called start. So you can say type 1 here, you can say start is 3. If I'm gonna refresh it, it's gonna start from 3. Okay, you can give a start to, yeah. So if I'm gonna say 99, go here, refresh it, it's gonna start from 99, 99, 100, 101 and 102. Okay, so these are all lists. The thing is, we can nest lists inside of lists. So if I'm gonna copy this, okay, right here, and if I'm gonna put this inside, I'm gonna put this inside another li right here. So now I'm gonna save and put this here. So it's going to display a nested list, you know, an ordered list, an unordered list, an ordered list instead of an unordered list. This is called nesting of lists. Okay, you can also have an unordered list instead of an ordered list, but everything inside a list should be inside of an li tag. So don't forget that, because this tag is important, because without li the browser doesn't know that this is a list item. So now I'm going to save this, go here, refresh it. See, it's going to be like this. Okay, it's going to number it, but inside it it's going to be bulleted list. Okay, you can have nested lists. So okay, so these are lists. Is list clear? Is there any doubt? We will see how to make this list horizontal. Okay, like an horizontal list instead of vertical styling, that we will see in CSS. Okay, don't worry. So is there any doubts in lists, or is it clear? It's okay. Yeah, I will say description list, don't worry. Is this two lists clear? Yep. Okay, now the third type of list is called description list. Okay, for description list we have to use a tag called DL. Okay, DL is the description list, DL tag. Now inside this DL tag there is another tag called DT, that is called description text. Okay, so now if I'm gonna give description title, sorry, DT is called description title. Now if I'm gonna give here something sun, okay, and another tag here called DD, okay, and I can say this, it is very hot. Okay, now if I'm gonna save this, go here, refresh, you can see it will be displayed sun, and it will be displayed with an indent. It says it is very hot. Okay, now if I'm gonna copy this and say yeah, moon, it is very beautiful. Okay, gonna go here, refresh it, it's gonna say moon, it's very beautiful. This is called description list, a title and a description. Okay, so this is called description list. Is it clear? So these are the three types of lists in HTML. Can I go to the next topic? Yeah, okay, nice. Okay, is there any if there is any doubt you can ask me. Okay, just text, don't worry. So yeah, I'm going to the next topic right now. So now this topic is very important. We are going to talk about block elements and inline elements. Okay, so I'm just going to delete everything right here. Okay, just going to delete everything right here. Now there are two types of elements in HTML, okay, which is called block element. One is block element and another one is inline element. Okay, a block element is an element which takes the whole line, okay, the whole entire line. But the span element, but the inline element, it takes only the space that it needs. Okay, so I will tell you what it is. Okay, so the basic block element is called div. Okay, this is a generic block element. You can put anything inside this div. Okay, this div doesn't do anything to an element. It is just a division tag. Okay, so to divide every sections. Okay, you might have a header section, and you might have a content section, and you might have a footer section. Okay, so divide. So to divide those three sections, we will use a header tag. You can use any tag inside this. You can use a paragraph tag, or you can use a h1 tag right here. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so a div is a block element. There's another element called span, which is a inline element. Okay, so what happens is, for example, if I'm gonna give div hi, okay, and I'm gonna put another div here, I am in a new line. Okay, so let me take this span out for a bit. Okay, now if I'm gonna save this, go to my website and refresh it, it's gonna say I'm in a new line. See, we did not give any break here. Okay, before we were using breaks to give to get the text to the new line, but here we did not give any break here. Thank you Gilliam FN for the follow. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah, thank you, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so so this div tag will actually separate and breaks the elements. Okay, so yeah, now if you see the span tag, you want to see span hi, and if I'm going to give another span right here, I am not in a new element. I'm not in a okay. So if I'm gonna give this, go here, refresh it, see, it's gonna say hi, I am not in a new line. Okay, because these two spans, it's an inline element. It just takes whatever text is, I mean like whatever the space that it requires, and it just gives the other space to the other elements. Okay, but if you're gonna give a div here, for example, if you're gonna give a div here, div right here, another div right here, now this thing will come to the new line because this div needs the whole space. You know, it does not give this space to anyone else, it needs the whole space. Okay, these are called block elements and inline elements. There are different block elements and inline elements in HTML. We'll go here, fetch this. See, paragraph tag is a block element. Okay, paragraph tag is a block element, and for example a tag, and another a tag, I am fetch this, go here. See, an anchor tag is an inline element, it's not a block element. Okay, because it is displaying right here and there is a span right here, so these three elements take a single line because those three is a inline element. Okay, you can change the type of element using CSS, that I will say when we are using CSS. Okay, don't worry. So these are all examples of block element and inline elements, but always remember you can have an inline element inside of a block element. Okay, this is a block element and inside you are having an inline element. This is okay. Now if you're gonna say div and inside another div, this is also okay. You can have a block element inside of another block element, but if you're gonna say span and if you're gonna have a div inside, this is wrong. You should not use this because you should not have a block element inside of an inline element. Okay, so this is wrong, you should not use this. Okay, there are some standards to write an HTML document, so this is one of those standards. Okay, you should not use this kind of things. You can use block element instead of a block element, you can use inline element instead of a block element. Okay, but you should not use, but you can also use this also. You can use span and inside you can use another span. You can use this. Okay, you can use an inline element instead of another inline element, but you cannot use this one. Okay, so is the block elements and inline elements clear? Is there any doubts? You guys have any doubts? If you guys have any doubts, you can ask me. If it's clear, I can move forward. No problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yep. So the next thing we are going to see is an iframe. Okay, iframe is nothing but a frame inside your HTML document. For example, if you want to display this HTML document inside this HTML document, you don't have to copy this whole code and do it here. You can do it with the help of, there are some block elements that you cannot nest, like P. Yeah, PG. Yeah, there are, yeah, you cannot nest P2. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that, man. Thanks for mentioning that. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you cannot nest P and P. That's why we use div. Okay, because this div is a generic block element. You can use anything inside of it. So to nest like two block elements, or to have two block elements inside, you can use this div. You can use like one div here for the whole thingy, and you can use how many ever divs you want here. Okay, this doesn't complain, but this will complain because you cannot have paragraph tag inside a paragraph tag. Okay, thanks for mentioning that, man. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, now let's move on to iframe. So yeah, now this tag is called iframe tag. Now you have to give an src for this iframe. So the src is, I can give sample.html. Okay, now you can give you can give height and width for this. You can give height of 300 pixels and width of 300 pixels or something like that. Now when you save this, okay, it's sample right here. Now when you refresh this, you can see this is sample, I am true. Okay, this thing right here will be displayed inside this. Okay, so whatever whatever HTML page you have, you can display it there. Okay, now not only this, you can also display another website here too. So if I'm gonna give src as https://www.google.com, save this, go there, refresh it. Okay, there is actually something, you know, there is a security thingy, so it's not connecting. Yeah, you can actually like connect another website to this. Okay, using this, not only a page, you can also connect another website and stuffs. Okay, now I'm going to change this to sample.html right here. So yeah, now if I'm gonna refresh this, this is sample, I'm true. Okay, so this is the this is the use of iframe tag. Okay, so if I'm gonna change anything in this, I'm true, and here I'm gonna say, and I am in a frame. I'm gonna refresh this, it's gonna say this is sample, I am sure I'm in a frame. Now I can also increase the width so that it fits. So 500. I'm gonna go there, refresh it, it's gonna fit like that. Okay, so yeah, for example, if you want to see how much this element's width is or something like that, you can go here, right here, you can click here, go to more tools, go to developer tools. There is a shortcut, you can say Control Shift I. Okay, hey David, welcome man, thank you for the follow. Hi David. Yeah, so you can go right here, go to elements, you can see a whole page displayed here. Okay, now if you're gonna, hi man, hi, welcome to the stream, hi bro. So if I'm gonna hover this or click over here, you can see the div element. Okay, you can see the whole body element, you can see the div element, you can see this div element, you can see this paragraph element, you can see this paragraph, you know, you can see this div right here, you can see this div, this div. This is the iframe, this is the iframe right here. Okay, this is the sample width and sample height, this is the height and the width. Okay, this is actually interesting. You were watching? When did you come? You were actually watching this whole time or what? Yeah, so this is the iframe. So do you guys have any doubt in iframe? Can I move on? So the next topic we are going to see is very important. So next topic we are going to see is forms. Okay, forms in HTML. So let me remove all of this. Let me remove all of this. So now let me refresh. So nothing is here. So now when you're going to create a website, you want your users to actually interact with your form, right? I mean, like actually interact with the website, right? Like entering some details. So if you want a user to log into a website, you have to ask him for his username and password, right? So for that, you need to have some type of things for, I mean, like to interact with the user. For that, this form comes in place. Okay, so to create a form in HTML, you have to use this form tag, form. Okay, I will tell about this action. Okay, don't worry, I will tell what this action is. Now inside this form, you can create whatever thing that you want. There is a tag called input, and this does not have any closing tag. Remember, input tag does not have any closing tags. Okay, this type here text tells, this type text tells what type of input is this. Okay, now this input only lets the user to enter texts in it. The name is very important because the name is the one, this form, I mean, like this value, you know, the user, I mean, like the value that the user enters in this input, is saved in this name. For example, I'm going to tell this as username. This id attribute, you know, when we use JavaScript, you will know what this id attribute is used for. Okay, and when we use CSS, you'll know this id attribute must be unique across the document. So if I'm going to give this id as username, and I'm going to create another element here, input, and I'm going to give this id as username, this is wrong. You should not do this. Okay, you should not do this. id should be unique. Okay, let me delete this. Now if I'm going to save this, go here, refresh this, you can see a box here. Okay, this box is actually something we can interact. Okay, now if I'm going to say something like this, you know, see, user can type something in this. Okay, so there are different types of input. Okay, now this input type is text. Now if you want to give a label for this input, there is a tag called label. This for, you know, this for should match this id so that the browser knows this label is for this input. So I'm going to copy this id, give it right here, and I'm going to say this label is for username. So this username will be displayed on top of this input. So when I save this, how can I save the data that is put in a form? Now here, this is actually saving the data that is put in a form is the work of a backend. Okay, so medxec, yeah, that is the job of the backend right here. This action right here. Okay, this action says on what URL should the, I mean, like should this form be submitted. Okay, so if your, what to say, if your backend is running in a URL called HTTPS or something like that, okay, you should put this URL right here in this action, and you should put this method as post, because there are different methods like post, put, get, update, patch, like that. Okay, not update, patch and delete. Okay, so all these things here. So this post says that we are going to post the data into our backend. Okay, so now there you will be writing a method in your backend to get all these data. Then you can get all this data with this name, this form dot values. This form, there is an event when you pass this form to that function, it'll get that form. When you print form dot, thanks man, yeah, when you print form dot values, it's gonna print this name and what are all the input here. You can get those values and save it in the backend. Okay, we will go to that, man. Right now we are doing the front end. When we go to JavaScript, I will actually take this form values and display it. Okay, don't worry, just stay here. Maybe maybe this after 3 days or 4 days we will go to JavaScript after we finish CSS, and we are gonna do that. Don't worry, man. And medxec, thank you for being here. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you. So yeah, now when you save this, go here, refresh it, you can see username is printed right here. Okay, so this is the label for this input. Now this is text input. Okay, so you can type text here. Now there is another attribute here called placeholder. Now this placeholder is something which is all, I mean, like which is gonna say what to type in that input. Okay, now if I'm gonna say username here, it's gonna say the user that you have to type username in this input. So if I'm gonna save this, go here, refresh this, you can say username is here, but when I'm gonna type, it's gonna fade away. Okay, this is the placeholder attribute. Okay, now let's give another input type. Now let's copy this. Let's actually delete this. Okay, let's actually delete this. Okay, now copy this. Medzexi, thank you for the follow, man. Thank you for the follow, bro. Thank you. So yeah, now if I'm gonna copy this and paste it here, now I'm gonna give this as password for password. I'm gonna say this as password right here. Now I'm gonna change this type as password. There is a type called password. Okay, well, these are all inbuilt types in HTML. Okay, I'm gonna give this name as password. I'm gonna give this ID as password. And I'm gonna give the placeholder as password too. So when I save this, go here, refresh it, it's gonna say password, password. Now when I type something in this, it's gonna be hidden. Okay, it's not gonna be displayed. Okay, it's gonna be hidden. So this is the type password. Okay, now for the next type, let's copy this again, let's paste it here. Let's give age. Okay, some websites actually ask people's age, so let's type for age, and this will be number, because you cannot have text, I mean like alphabets in your age, right? So it makes sense. So it's of type number, so the name will be age, and ID will be age, and placeholder will be age. I go there, refresh it. Now here, right here, you can see this arrow marks, right? You can actually use this to increase or decrease this. Okay, you can actually use this arrow mark, or you can type it here, but you cannot type any alphabets. I am actually typing alphabets right here, but you cannot see, but you can try this on your own. Okay, you cannot type any alphabets. The website will not allow you to type any alphabets right here. Okay, so this is the type number. So the next type we are going to look at is radio. So let's give label right here. Let's go. I'm gonna say for maybe gender. Okay, so I'm gonna say for male. I'm gonna say here. So gender here. I'm gonna say for gender. So yeah, the input type will be radio. Okay, name will be male. For this it's male, and ID will be male, and for this value, there's another attribute called value, so this will be male. So this value is nothing but as Medzexi asked, this value is the value that will be stored in the backend. You know, when people click this radio button, this value male will be stored. Okay, so there's no placeholder attribute for this, and this is for male right here. So I'm gonna save this, go there, refresh. You're gonna see gender, and when I click this, it's a radio button. Okay, it's actually a radio button. Okay, but you cannot unclick it, you can only change it. So maybe create another input right here. Sorry, let me do this as male, not gender. Just copy this right here. I'm gonna do it as female. Okay, so let me change this again. It's female, type radio, it's female. ID is also, let me copy this, ID is also female. Okay, then copy it again, paste it. I'm gonna say others, so I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna say others, not that, others. Okay, now I'm gonna save this, go there, refresh it. you're gonna see 3 radio buttons. You can click this or click this, click this. Okay, you can actually group these radio buttons using CSS classes. I'll say that, don't worry. So that if you're gonna click this, this will be unclicked, and if you're gonna click this, this will be unclicked, like that. So for this type, this is called a radio button. So you can actually give, I mean, like, you can actually display a radio button using this input. Okay, so the next type is, let me refresh this. So the next type we are going to look at it, checkbox. So we are going to look at checkboxes. So you can give an input right here. So you can give this input as type as checkbox. So yeah, you can give this as checkbox right here. You can give this ID as something like item 1, and you can give a name as milk, and you can give a value as milk. Okay, and you can say milk right here. So if you're gonna save this, go here, refresh it, it's gonna say milk with the checkbox. Okay, you can click it or unclick it. Okay, now you can have how many checkboxes as you want. You can say item 2 right here. You can say its name is cookie. Okay, you can say value is cookie. These values, all these values will be stored in the backend. So when we actually print the form somewhere inside a JavaScript or somewhere in the backend, the values milk, this actually returns true of okay. If this is clicked, all this input will be inside a group. Okay, so that group will have this value milk. Okay, we will do that when we actually go to the backend or go to JavaScript. I will print all these form values. Okay, so don't worry about that. So I'm gonna say cookie right here. So here it is, milk cookie. You can click it, unclick it. Okay, so this is called input type checkbox. Now we can go to button. Okay, yeah, now we can go to button. There is an input type called button. Okay, this is actually displays a button. This actually displays a button. You can say a value for this. You can say value, you can say submit. This is going to be displayed in the button. Okay, now when you click this, go here, refresh it, there's going to be a button right here. Okay, you can click submit right. Okay, so to submit, what it does is, you can, there are different types. Okay, you can click type submit. You can also give type submit right here instead of type button. This actually, what it will do is, this will submit the form to the backend. Okay, so when I refresh this, I'm gonna click submit. The the page is gonna reload. See, the page is gonna reload. You can see this. Now these are all the values of the, these are all the values of the form: username, password, age. Okay, since we did not group this radio buttons and checkboxes, there are no values for that. We will see that, don't worry. So these 3 values are being, for example, let's see, if I'm typing A here, if I'm typing A here, if I'm typing 67 here, I'm gonna submit. See, these are all the values inside the username, password, and age. Okay, this will be submitted to the backend. Since I'm not giving any action right here, since I'm not giving any action right here, this is not going to be submitted anywhere. But if I'm going to give any action right here, this will be submitted to a backend request. It will save the data inside a database or something, or do something with the data. It depends upon the functionality that you want. Okay, So this is the value of type submit. So if you're gonna change this to type button and click on submit, nothing will happen. Okay, refresh this. Okay, now nothing will happen. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay, because this is of type button. Now another type is called reset. Okay, now I can give reset. Now if I'm gonna type something here, I'm gonna type something here, if I'm gonna type something here, I'm gonna click this radio button, click this. If I give submit, sorry, I did not refresh the page, sorry, I'm sorry, it's my bad. Yeah, now yeah, I'm gonna type something here, if I'm gonna type something here and click here, click it, click here, click this. Okay, now if I give reset, it's gonna reset all the values. Okay, this is what type reset does. It's gonna reset all the values. Okay, you can also do this by not giving input. You can also use another tag called button, but this button has a closing tag. You can do the same thing. You can give type submit for this. Okay, you can give submit button right here. This will do the same functionality as input type reset. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh it. Submit is gonna stay right here and it's gonna refresh the page. Okay, so you can also use this button tag. Okay, so the next thing we are going to use is drop downs. Okay, you guys have seen drop downs, right? So here drop downs are called as select. Okay, sorry, not section, select. Okay, now this select we have to give a name. So we can give countries or just country. Okay, just country, or maybe countries will make more sense. And IDs we can give countries 2. We can give a label for the select. We can say label for countries, and we can say select the country. Okay, now we can save this, but we should give options. If you're gonna say just this, go there, refresh it, it's not gonna do anything. Okay, because we are not giving any, we are not giving any options for it. Now you can give option. This is option tag. So this value we can say India. So when people select India, this value India will be passed to the backend. Now you can say India right here. You can copy this, paste it right here. You can say US. So here you can give US. You can say UK right here, and you can give UK. Okay, so now if I refresh it, you can see India is right here. When I click this, you can see India, US and UK. If I select UK, UK will be here. If I select US, US will be here. Now if I click submit, countries equal to US. So this value will be submitted to the backend. Okay, if I click US, sorry, if I'm going to click India, I'm going to submit, it's going to change to India. So this is the purpose of this name. Okay, with this name, it's gonna submit it to the backend. Okay, or the website that you're going to give here. Okay, action that you're going to give here. Okay, so this is the purpose of select. And the next one, and the next tag is called field set. Okay, this field set is actually used to group input elements. Okay, like if you're gonna have a username and password, it's about personal or it's about login information, right? So you can actually give a field set tag right here. Sorry, let me format it right in the right way. Okay, you can give a field set tag right here, and you can give a, you can just copy this username and password tags, just maybe cut it. Okay, maybe cut it, paste it right here. And here you can give it a legend tag. So this legend, you can say personal information. Okay, you're gonna click this, go there, fresh, see, it's gonna say it like this. Okay, so this is personal information, so username and password. So this is the use of field set. Okay, so the rest of it you can say just copy everything, sorry, cut everything, click it, keep it here. Okay, just let me just format this, click right here, sorry, not there. You can say legend, you can say other, you can say other info. Okay, now if you refresh this, other info, everything's displayed right here. Okay, this is the use of legend tag. Okay, sorry, this is the use of field set tag. And now there is a thing called data list. Okay, there is a tag called data list. Okay, so what this data list does is, you have seen in many websites, you know, when you click on a input or a text input, it'll actually give you some suggestions to actually type there. Okay, so to do that, you have to use this data list. Okay, in order to do that, you can use the data list right here. Yeah, so yeah, you can give so let's have a okay, let's add another input here. Okay, let's add another input here, input right here. Okay, not this, maybe let's copy this. Yeah, let's copy this. Okay, copy this and paste it here. You can say this is for, you can say hobbies, right? So yeah, you can say hobbies. Okay, so now you can actually display a list down here. Okay, now you can give the tag data list, yeah. So inside this, you can give all the options that you want. It's like a select. Okay, you can give all the options. So now this value of hobby is, I'm giving it reading, and I can give this reading, and let me copy this. Okay, paste. So reading cricket, let me copy it, paste it here, coding, copy it, paste it right here. Let me save this, and here you have to give list attribute. Okay, to say list equal to, you have to give an ID for this data list. Okay, you have to give ID for this data list. You can give this ID as hobby list. Okay, now let me copy this ID. You have to give this here. Okay, now this input knows, this actually tells the browser that this input has a list of recommendation, and that list ID is hobby list. Okay, so this list will be displayed when you like hover on this or click on this input. Okay, so let's go there, let's refresh. Now when I click on this hobby, see, you see reading, cricket, coding. Okay, click on this, you can see reading. When I click reading, it goes there. Okay, you can also type other things too. You are not restricted to this. You can type other things too, but it's just, you know, it's just an what to say, these are just suggestions for you to type there. Okay, so these are called list, data list. Okay, data list attribute. So yeah, those are data list. And the next thing we are going to see is text area. Okay, the next tag that you're going to see is text area. So just imagine we are going to give another thing here, another field set. Okay, the field set, we're going to give this a legend as feedback. Okay, often feedbacks are very long. Okay, now here you can type how much information that you want here. Okay, it's gonna go. Okay, it is gonna go, but the thing is, it will not be visible to the user. You have to again go. Okay, so this is not good. So for anything that you consider that the user will type a very large text or something like that, you can actually use this. You can actually use this text area tag. put this text area right here. You can give it a name as name as feedback, id as, let me copy this, id as feedback. Okay, this calls is what are the number of columns that you want in this text area. I am giving 30 columns and I'm giving 10 rows. What are the rows? This will actually define the width and height of the text area. Okay, now if I'm gonna go there, refresh it, you can see this whole text area right here. Now if I'm gonna type, it's gonna be there. Okay, it's gonna be there. Now if you want to increase this height and width, you can say rows are 50 maybe. So let's go do that. Now it's gonna go down all the way there. Okay, let's just keep it at 10. Okay, so let's refresh. Okay, so these are called text area. Yeah, I think that's it for forms. I hope so. Let me check if I miss anything. If I missed anything. Yeah. Yeah, there are some attributes that you give on the input tags. Okay, that you can give on the input tags. You can give in this input like username. You can give a value for the username. You can say value equal to don't edit this. So this value will be displayed default inside this input, and you can give an attribute called here read only. Okay, so this what will actually do is refresh, it's gonna give here, but you can't edit this, you can't do anything, you cannot edit this. Okay, so that what this read only does. Okay, and you can give another attribute called required. This says that this is for form validation. Okay, this says that the value is required and it is important, so you cannot omit this value and submit the form. So if you're gonna do this, and if you're gonna say something, if you're gonna go, you cannot submit this form. Okay, but the thing is, this required thing we have to validate in the backend. Okay, so this actually tells the form that this is required. Without this, don't submit the form. Okay, so these things here, and the next one here is you can give a attribute here called autocomplete. Okay, autocomplete is on. So if I'm gonna go here, already you can see all those suggestions coming here. I'm gonna refer this. If I'm gonna type Bharat not 7 here, and if I'm gonna refresh it again, and you can see Bharat not 7 coming here. So this is what this autocomplete does. But the thing is, I think in this browser it is on by default, I think so. Yeah, but maybe let's off this and see. Maybe to complete off and refresh this. So now when I do something, there is no autocomplete. Okay, this is because we did that list thingy, data list. But now when I come here, there is no autocomplete. Let's keep it on. Okay, let's keep it on. Yeah, now let's refresh it. Yeah, now autocomplete works. Okay, now you can also give this no validate property right here. Sorry, and give this no validate property right here. So what this no validate property does, it does not validate the form. This required, it does not validate the form. Okay, it just submits the value. So that is the use of this no validate. Yeah, I think we are done for the forms. I think it's done for the forms. I hope so. So yeah, do you guys have any doubt in forms? Because forms are very important, because with this only you're going to develop most of the websites, because you have to interact with your users. So I think this is clear. Do you guys have any doubt? If you guys have any doubt, you can ask me. Do you guys have any doubt, or can I move on? Clear, bro. Okay, okay, okay. I'll move on. Okay, thank you. Now I'm gonna delete everything right here. So let's see, let's delete everything right here, field set and everything right here. Okay, let's delete everything. Oh, let's delete this form too. Okay, now I'm gonna save this, press this. Okay, it's done. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to see about media. Okay, about all the media that we're going to insert inside a website, like a audio file or a video file, like that. We're going to see about all those things. Okay, now let's see how to insert an audio inside inside a website. Okay, so let's give this audio tutorial. Let's save that. Okay, let's go there. You can type this tag called audio tag. Okay, and there is an src right here. This src, you know what is an src file, because we have already did this in image tag. This is the URL of the audio file that needs to be played. So I have already downloaded a sample audio file right here, sample audio.mp3. So I'm going to play it. So sample audio.mp3, and so yeah, and inside this you can give some options right here. You can say controls. So this will actually give the control. So first let me actually, okay, no, you can say controls right here. Okay, if I'm gonna save this, so you should not give the sorry, my bad. This is the audio tag. Inside this you have to give a tag called source. Sorry, here for this source you have to give the src. So inside the source I'm going to give sample dot audio. Now you have to give the type. Okay, there are several types. There are several audio type that HTML supports. For example, MP3 or OGG, something like that. Okay, so you have to give the type. I'm going to give this is of type audio / MP3. Okay, this is how you specify the type. Just type audio and just type the extension file name here. Okay, now if I'm gonna save this. Okay, now if this audio cannot be played, or this source source cannot be played, you can just put a message right here. Your audio is not your audio is not available. Okay, save this, go to the browser, refresh it. See, there's audio right here. Now you can play this. So if I'm gonna take this out, take this controls out right here, go here, fish it, there's not gonna be any controls. Okay, so if I'm gonna give controls right here, save this, it's sorry, yeah, the type is audio.mp3. sorry, yeah. So if I'm gonna go there, press this. Now if I'm gonna click play, can you guys hear the audio? Can you guys hear the audio? The audio is actually being played. Yeah, so if you're gonna go there and remove this controls tag, come here, refresh, there's not going to be any controls that's going to be displayed. But if I'm going to give another thing called autoplay here, save this, go here, refresh. Okay, sorry, I have to have controls because I cannot see it if I don't have controls. So if I'm going to click play, it's going to play. Okay, so this is how you insert an audio file. Okay, so if the browser does not support any audio, let's give the name wrong or something like that, maybe give 33 or something, go here, give this, it will not work. Okay, it will not play. For this to play, you should have some requirements in your browser, like it does not work in Safari 5. I think you can see all those things in the web, that if this audio tag works, for that you can go here and say audio tag info, something like that, or audio tag support, supported in support in browsers. You can see all the browser, I mean like Firefox supports mp3, okay, these things. So your browser, if it does not support, it's gonna say this message, your audio, I mean like, sorry, your audio is not available, your browser does not support, your browser, sorry, browser browser does not support audio. Okay, let's change it to now you can play the audio. Okay, so this is how you insert an audio into a website. Now let's go on to the video. Video is very similar to audio. Okay, the only thing that you're going to change is the tag. You're going to say video instead of audio. You're going to go inside, you're going to give controls here, because then only you can control the video playing. You can give the source right here. You can say src, I already have a video downloaded here. You can see sample video, spelling right, yeah, sample video.mp4, and the type is video slash, you can give the extension name mp4. okay, copy it. If your browser does not support video, you can say your audio does not support video. Okay, if I go there, refresh, you can see a video here. Now if I click on play, you can see the video playing. Okay, I can do this, you know, you can picture in picture, you can see it right here, you can pop it out, every controls, okay, each and every controls, you can see it right here. This is how you do this. You can also give a style here to see the width and height. You can say width is 400 pixels and height is 500 pixels right here. You can save this, refresh it, so it's gonna be displayed. Okay, it's gonna be displayed in an increased width and height. But the thing is, this video does not have that much thing, so it does not stretch it. So this white thing is displayed here. You can actually increase the video's height and width. Okay, so let's see this. Yeah, this is how you display a video. Okay, so yeah, you can also give autoplay right here. Okay, now when I'm gonna refresh this, sorry, autoplay photo, why this autoplay is not working? If you're gonna give autoplay, it should actually play the audio or video that you're going to give automatically, you know. Yeah, so why is it not allowing is Chrome does not allow autoplay. Okay, maybe let's try it in Firefox. Maybe let's try it in Firefox. Let's try if this works in Firefox. Okay, do I have autoplay on? Yeah, I have autoplay on. Let's try this in Firefox. So I'm going here, let's open this index in Firefox, open Firefox. But you can do this to actually, for it to work in Chrome, you can say autoplay and mute it. Okay, so it's gonna be muted, you will have to manually unmute it. Okay, so now if I'm gonna go, now see, it's playing automatically. I did not click anything. Okay, now if I'm gonna reload it, see, it's playing automatically. Okay, I did not click anything, it's playing. Now if you're gonna unmute it, it's gonna unmute it. Okay, because it's already muted. It's loading, wait. Chrome has some security things, I think, so that's why they don't let us actually autoplay with the audio on. So if I'm gonna go here and do the same thing for the audio too, so I'm gonna say autoplay, sorry, not auto capitalize, autoplay and mute it. If I'm gonna refresh, it's gonna play on its own. No, it's not playing on its own. I have to click it. Okay, let's see in Firefox. Actually, Firefox works. See, so I'm gonna refresh. Audio is also playing, video is also playing. Okay, again I'm going to refresh. Audio is also playing, video is also playing. There's some issue in this Chrome, so that's why it's not playing on its own. Okay, So let me close Firefox. Now this is okay. Let me remove all this autoplay and muted. Let me remove all this. Now now all these things that you have to download, okay, you have to download all these things into your system and you have to display it here. What if you want to display a video from YouTube? Okay, what if you want to do that? So for that you can actually use iframe. We have already learned about iframe. We can actually display any website in iframe. Okay, so for that you can use iframe to display a YouTube video inside your website. So let's see how to do that. Let's go to YouTube. Let's select a random video, something, maybe this. Let's click this, go inside this.
Do you write code?
Click this, click on share. See, click on embed. See, this is the tag. Okay, let's just copy this tag right here. Copy it. Let's go here. Let's paste it. Okay, now I'm gonna say iframe. Okay, I told you you can give iframe for this. The width and height attributes says it how much the width and the width and height of the frame, and this is the link. Okay, this is the link of the video that's going to be played. The title is YouTube video player. It's going to be displayed there. Frame border, this is all the frame border attribute of the frame. It's going to display the border. So these are all the thing that is allowed. Okay, the allowed controls. You can allow accelerometer, autoplay, encrypted media. These are all the things of YouTube that allows us to play, and picture in picture like that. And this is the last thing, allow full screen. You can go full screen. Okay, now when I save this, let's go here, refresh it. You can see this right here. You can see this YouTube video right here. Now when I play this, video unavailable. Yeah, they're actually not letting us play this inside this. So this is how you actually embed. Okay, this is how you actually embed inside an iframe, because I think we are doing it in localo, so they are not letting us play. I don't know. Let me refresh it again. Play again. Yeah, it's not letting us play. Yeah, so this is how you actually embed a this is how you actually embed a YouTube video. Okay, so this is all about audio and video. So is this audio and video part clear? Is there any doubts on this? Is there any doubt on audio and video formats? If you want to see all this audio and video format, no doubts. Okay, you can go HTML5 audio formats. You can see all those. Yeah, clear. You can see all those audio formats that HTML5 supports: MP3, OGG, WAV, WOBIS, WebM, FLAC, and you can see HTML5 video formats for that. Okay, you can see MPEG, WebM, OGG, Theora, WOBIS, MP3. These are all the formats that are supported by HTML5. Okay. Yeah. So I think we have covered. I think we have covered almost in HTML. We have covered headings, we have covered paragraphs, we have covered divs, spans, block elements, inline elements. I think we have covered mostly everything in HTML. I hope so. There are semantic elements, semantic elements in the sense there are tags called. Let me put a comment right here. Okay, let me put a comment. Okay, sorry. Okay, see. Put a comment right here. We say semantic tags. Okay. If it's semantic tags, let's go here. There's a tag called nav. This is gonna say that this is a nav bar where we are going to navigate using links. Okay, this is called a section tag. This actually displays this is actually similar to a div. Okay, but the thing is the names are more semantic, the names are more understandable. Okay, like if you're gonna say here a section, and you can actually see all those semantic tags. Let me actually list it for you. Yeah, So yeah, there's a tag called article. So this thing says this is an article, so you can type something here. This is an article or something like that. Sorry, this is an article or something like that. Okay, and there is a tag called title. Okay, like that. Okay, you can have more semantic tags. There's a tag called summary. So if you're gonna see these tags inside an HTML file, these are all semantic tags. These are tags which improves readability. You know, that can be like what to say, yeah, you have a tag called header tag. This actually defines the header of a HTML element. Okay, not header, like if you're gonna go to Node.js, this part of the website is called the header part. Okay, this part, and this part of the website is called the footer part. Okay, and this part of the website is called the section or the details part. Okay, now you can just define it right here. So header, you can have a section right here, and you can have a footer right here. Okay, this is just to tell the browser that these are all the sections. Like this is the header section, this is the section, I mean, like this is the content, the detail section, and this is the footer section. These are all called semantic tags. There are much more semantic tags. You can maybe Google it up. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this right here. Okay, yeah, these are all the semantic tags. Yeah, now let me check if I had covered everything. Yeah, I think I covered everything. So just go to Twitch. Difference between HTML and HTML5. Oh, it is actually the version. Okay, HTML is the first version that has been released. It is actually the version HTML1, HTML2, HTML3, HTML4, HTML5. You know, there are some input types that are only. Oh yeah, uh, you actually asked about HTML5. Yeah, there are actually the input types which are only available in HTML5, and those are not available in other HTML versions. Okay, like for example, if I'm gonna say here, let's go to the input tag once more. Okay, let's actually go to the input tag once again. Let's just let's just delete all this. There are some more input types. I just want you to look into it. So form, again, there is a input type called file. So I'm going to give input, so type is file. Okay, let's just not give any name or ID right now. Baswitch, hey Baswitch, hey, welcome to the stream, man. Hey, welcome. We're just learning HTML right here. This is a web development tutorial from scratch. We are going to learn CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular, and backend development too. Hey Baswitch, welcome. I'm glad you're here, man. Thank you for the support. So yeah, so this input type file, if I'm gonna save this, go here. So refresh it. See, choose file. Okay, if I'm gonna click this, it'll automatically open. Okay, sorry. Shit. Yeah, if I'm gonna click this and choose a file, it will be automatically it will be automatically uploaded here. Okay, so this is called input type file, and there's another input type called input type called date. Okay, so I'm gonna go refresh it. Now you can select the date in this. Okay, you can select date. Okay, and there is another input type called date time. Type date time, I think, not data, it's date time. Now if I'm going to refresh, sorry, let me see, it's date time, name, go. You can actually add date time in this. I think it's actually displaying it as a text though. Okay, and there's another type called date time local. Yeah, I'm going to refresh it. See, it's gonna say month and day and time. Okay, if I'm gonna click this, you can select the date right here. Submit also we can use, bro. Is that output type? Yeah, like if I'm gonna give your input type submit and value as submit, this actually it is going to be a button. Okay, so now in this action, if I'm gonna give something like index.html, it's gonna submit it to this page itself. So if I'm gonna save this, go here, refresh it. So if I'm gonna select a file here, file right here, okay, just selecting a file right here and selecting a date right here, and I'm gonna select a date right here and a time. Okay, I'm gonna select this. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and if I'm gonna submit, it's gonna submit to index.html. And if I'm gonna give a method here called post, it's gonna post all these data to that particular location. So if I'm gonna give here select a date, select a time, so I'm gonna give submit. See, it's gonna post those data to this index.html. So that is the value of input type submit. Okay, if you're gonna click the submit, it's gonna submit the form. Okay, is it clear? That is use of input type submit. Yeah, okay. So if you want to see different input types, you can go here and type different input types in HTML. Okay, you can actually go here and you see all the input types: button, checkbox, color. This actually can be used to choose color. This actually displays a color palette right here. So if you want to go here, save this. So this actually gives me a color palette. Okay, you can choose color in this. This color will be stored as an hexadecimal value. Okay, you can give hexadecimal right here. Okay, this is a color palette. So the next thing is email. Yeah, email, but the thing is there's no validation done for email. It's like a text box only. And next one is hidden. Hidden is the password. So input type image, month, number, radio, range. This range you can actually give it a range from and to. So let's copy it. So let's paste it right here. You can go here, refresh it. See, you can give a range. Okay, this is called the slider or the range. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. So these are the different input types. You can actually test out everything. Okay, in here. Okay, yeah, I think we have come to the end of our HTML tutorial. I hope so. So yeah, if you guys have any doubt in everything that I've just told right now, you guys can actually ask it right now.